Hi, this is Dan here. I hope you're doing really well today. In this lesson, I've got a really powerful bass guitar exercise for you. We're going to be working on a number of techniques. The plucking hand is just doing alternate plucking all the way. A little bit of muting is also going on. And then in the fretting hand, we've got a mixture of one finger per fret and extended fingering whilst always shifting. Here's the exercise. You can download it following the link below. And I'll play it very slowly at first, and then I'll break down what's happening and what we need to look out for. I always recommend playing something difficult really slowed down to start with, then we can bring in a metronome later. This is also going to work, by the way, on stamina, speed, strength and accuracy, because when you get this up to speed, if your fingers don't quite hit the fret in the right place, you'll get these kind of little buzzers. Let's go through it very slowly. Now, first of all, the notes that we're using here come from the E Dorian mode. A good way of learning your fretboard is just to say the names of the notes as you go. So if you follow the tab and just go up every single time, you're just going E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, E. They're the notes of the D major scale starting on E. That's what a mode is. So. And the E, F sharp, G we're playing, if we number our fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, that pinky finger is going to get a good workout in this lesson. So we've got E, F sharp, G. And just to explore what's going on, I got a little bit of a buzz there. Probably because I just wasn't fretting close enough. You want to be right next to that fret there. I'm curling those fingers a little bit. I don't have to be so accurate with this, but I'm just curling my fingers a bit. I'm not collapsing them inwards, and my thumb is at the back of the neck, somewhere roughly behind that second finger. I've got E, F sharp, G, fingers 1, 3 and 4. F sharp, G, A, fingers 1, 2, 4. Then G, A, B, fingers 1, 2, 4 again. But here I'll do a little pause. The first little bit, we had E, F sharp, G. That's one finger per fret. We've got the first finger, third finger, fourth finger. That second finger's not being used, but if we were to play the third fret, the second finger would do it. That's one finger per fret. You don't always play bass like this, but you sometimes do. This is a case where you do. 1, 2, 4 is the same, one finger per fret. But when we get to the fifth fret, the G, this is extended fingering. It's very useful system of fretting notes on a bass, but it's quite difficult. And I should do a little pause here to say that if anything does hurt when you're practicing this or anything on bass, getting any strains or tendon issues, it's time to stop for that particular practice session and just build this up over time. So this is quite tricky. You're going frets 5, 7 and 9 with fingers 1, 2 then 4 like this. So it's that first finger that's stretching out. You got your little finger on fret 9, second finger on fret 7, and if we were doing one finger per fret, your first finger would line up on the 6th fret, but it actually needs to play the 5th. So that's the stretch, and you could feel a little bit of a strain down here, maybe down the back of your wrist. If you're holding the bass properly, and if you're working on these stretches every day, then it should be doable. So that's your frets 5, 7 and 9, the G, A, B. Then we're moving to fret 7 and doing the same situation, the same pattern. That's A, B, C sharp. All the while, my thumb is just sliding across the back of the neck. I'll talk about plucking in a minute, but let's get to where we are now. Then we've got, so we're doing 3 notes at a time, even though the entire rhythm is 16th notes throughout, okay? We've got B, C sharp, D, fingers 1, 3 and 4. Okay, and then C sharp, D, E. 1, 2, 4. That's fingers. Okay, and that's the last bit before we start to descend again. So I'll do it slowly. This back down. It's almost the same. So we're going 4, 2, 1, little shift, 4, 3, 2, little shift. We've got 4, 2, 1. That's that little stretch you have to do. Just this little portion, these notes here, the G, A, B, C sharp. You've got a tone or a whole step, another one, and another one. That's how you navigate it. Then we've got A, G, F sharp, fingers 4, 2, and 1. Actually, there's a little bit of a shift at the end. I'll do it again. So that last bit, I'll do it slowly. We've got A, G, F sharp, fingers 4, 2, 1. Don't forget, in your own time, you can download the tab, and I've put the finger numbers underneath. You can follow this slowly. That's the only difference here. Once we get to the F sharp, fret 4, you've got to do a very quick shift. Bass guitar playing is full of hand shifts with your fretting hand. It happens all the time, especially in intricate playing, lots of funk and jazz fusion and progressive rock, lots of different styles where you have to play really fast and get to different places. You're doing it by moving your hand really quickly. So this works on that. Okay. Quick word about the fretting hand. So what I'm doing here, since everything is being played on the D string, I'm muting, and you can do whatever you like here. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm putting my thumb on the A string and then also backing that thumb up against the E so that both of those strings are now muted. And then it's just a case of going index, middle, index, middle, index, middle the whole way. Probably should have said this at the beginning, but just go at the tempo that you feel comfortable with, even if it's that. You're just working on getting a good tone and getting the coordination together. So that's what I'm doing just all the way through. Also, this is something that I don't really ever think about this, but I am doing this. I'm actually touching the G string with some part of one or more of the fingers of the fretting hand, and that mutes that one as well, okay? So I'm deliberately touching it. If I want to then move to it and fret, then I'll do so. But if I don't, it's just a way of stopping strings from ringing. That's muting. It's just one of these quite boring bass techniques that you have to master. Otherwise, your tone isn't really going to be there. You've got to get muting together. By the way, I was listening to Roundabout by Yes the other day on YouTube. That kind of thing. And I was just messing around and expanding that riff, and that's sort of where I came up with this little exercise. And that really is it. So what you can do now is you can just click the link below, download the exercise, slow it down, work on the little, all the different 3-note sections and piece it together, and just go at your own speed. When you do want to get it up to speed, then perhaps do get a metronome, get it clicking, at that speed, digga, 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 those are the 16th notes. And it's not about trying to play as fast as you possibly can. It's about getting the tone right and getting no buzzers, nothing like that. You've got to fret right by that fret. And it's also, about maintaining hand shape as much as you can and building up the gaps between your fingers, all the muscles in your fretting hand, the coordination between the hands. So don't be in a rush to get this fast immediately. It's quite a tricky exercise. Just take it slow, build it up day by day, and use it to help all those aspects of your bass playing. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. Please do subscribe to this channel. I do things like this, lessons like this every single week, and a YouTube short every day. So subscribe to get those videos. And if you have any questions or any little suggestions for other exercises or little aspects of bass technique to work on, let me know. Thanks for watching. See you on the next lesson.